Hello, this is Digital Dave reporting from amazing Thailand. Today I want to talk about why am I here in Thailand, how did I end up here, and why did I get into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So let me step back a little bit. I've been a full-time entrepreneur since 1995, and that all started with me having a flea market business, and people laughed at me. I said, "Oh, you're not going to be able to make money at a flea market." And I sold stainless steel cutlery, knives, medical instruments, and scissors, and some sporting good items as well. People say, "Oh, you're not going to be able to sell that. Nobody's going to buy that. You need to sell items that are perishable. You need to sell like coffee cakes or whatnot." So yes, I had some people laugh at me, people that were close to me actually. And I did that for 7 years. I did that for every weekend for 7 years. I sold at the flea market and made more money than my friends made with their full-time job. And so, don't listen to your peers. If you got a dream, if your intuition says you're going to make money, then go with it. Don't listen to what your family or peers say. I did that for 7 years, and then I got into the ad specialty business, or promotional product business is what it's also called. And that is selling imprinted coffee mugs and pens and t-shirts, hats. And 17 years I did that. People said, "Oh, you're not going to make money in the ad specialty business, it's too competitive." And I did that, and I worked as a solopreneur. So I worked out of my home, no staff. I had no equipment because everything that was printed, I sourced out. And that was an incredible business. 17 years I did that. And then when I moved to Thailand, almost 7 years ago, there's a lot of sevens in my life, and another seven's coming up because I've been here 6.5 years. So we'll see what happens. But so then I moved to Thailand almost 7 years ago, and I couldn't operate that business anymore living here because of the time zone differential, and my customers were in the U.S., so that wasn't going to work. So when I came here, I lived off of, I sold the house, sold a lot of things. I lived off that for a few years. But then 3 years ago, I started an Amazon business, and I sold a highly competitive sports product, exercise product. And again, people said, "Oh, you're not going to make money on Amazon. Your product's too competitive. You can't make, Amazon's too competitive itself. The environment's hostile, etc." Actually, it is. But I figured it out, and I sold this particular product for 13 months on Amazon, and I absolutely crushed it. But I am a sort of a marketing madman, so I get obsessed, and I don't sleep at night sometimes because I got ideas churning, and I got stuff that I want to take care of. But I made that work. I flipped the business after 13 months and made a good profit. And after I sold the business, sold it through a broker, and the broker, when it came time to me being paid, he asked, "How would you like to get paid? Would you like a wire transfer, or would you like Bitcoin?" And Bitcoin, I said, "Wow, Bitcoin, yeah, I remember Bitcoin. I tried to buy it about 8 years ago, and I couldn't figure it out. It was way too difficult, at least for me, to figure out how to buy Bitcoin 8 years ago. And if I really would have went after it, I could have figured it out, but I got distracted or whatnot and found something else. And I was investing in gold and silver at the time too. I said, "Well, this is easy. I can just go to the local coin dealer and buy gold, silver, and be done with it." So I did take a partial payment in Bitcoin. This is in early 2017, before the major bull run started. And so Bitcoin was $1,000 at the time, and it went to 20,000 later that year. That's good profit. So when I look back at my life, it's been all about shortcuts. Becoming an entrepreneur is a shortcut to making money faster. And I moved to Thailand because this was a shortcut, because your money stretched 3 times better here than the US or in Europe. So basically my income or my savings tripled by living here. And the quality of life here is better, in my opinion. You get treated very well here, and that's why I ended up here. It's a shortcut to a better lifestyle. It's a shortcut to making my money last longer. And now Bitcoin, when I got Bitcoin, I said, wow, and it was $1,000 at the time, and it went up to 20. I said, well, there's something crazy going on here. But before that, actually, before we went to 20, I started to see this, Bitcoin really start to move. And I saw these other cryptocurrencies that were moving, and it was Ethereum was the second crypto that I bought, and then Ripple was the third one, and they all just went up very well. But cryptos and Bitcoin is another shortcut to financial freedom. Some people are scared about the volatility, but the volatility is the brilliance behind cryptos. Because if you invest in something that moves slowly or stays flat for the longest time, let's say a safe bet, right? To me, that's a risk. People say cryptos are risky, but to me, risky is being into something that produces like a 3% yield per year, which barely can keep up with inflation. Actually, inflation is much more than what the government tells us. But to me, it's risky not to be into Bitcoin. It's risky not to be into cryptocurrencies, and that's the ultimate shortcut. And if you know of someone who says, "Well, I don't want to buy Bitcoin; it's too risky, and I don't understand it," or it's whatever the excuse is, they're probably listening to mainstream media for one, who always usually tells people the exact opposite of what they should do. And right now they're saying don't buy Bitcoin, which you probably should buy Bitcoin. And when the mainstream media says to buy Bitcoin, it's a good time to look at selling Bitcoin, because when Bitcoin was hitting $17,000 to $20,000 in late 2017 and early 2018, mainstream media was saying buy it. But that was the exact opposite of what you should have done. That was the time to sell. Right now, the media still says don't. Bitcoin's too risky. It's rat poison squared, is what Warren Buffett said. Don't listen to that. If you want the ultimate shortcut to financial freedom, is just put a little bit of money into Bitcoin, put a little bit of money into some other cryptocurrencies. It doesn't have to be a lot. It can be 1 to 5% of your wealth put into cryptos, and it's almost irresponsible not to invest in cryptocurrencies. So there's my tips for shortcuts. Move to a country where it's cheaper to live and where you're treated well. It doesn't have to be Thailand. There's many other choices out there. Invest in a little bit of your savings into cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. Be patient. Don't watch the markets every single day, because it's probably going to freak you out. But if you're patient and hold on to it for a couple of years, you're probably going to be really, really happy. So there's my shortcut tips, and I hope you guys found value in that. So please like this video, share it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I would appreciate that. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.